team. If you have some of your team members who are joining virtually, tell them to connect now and dial in to support you. And we are taking pitches from the top 10 teams. So for those who are not familiar with the competition, audio, media, can you give us some slides about the competition? So we've had the round one where we had 75 students, teams from across 21 different states in Nigeria. Those were shortlisted to the top 15 teams from 10 different states. The top 15 teams from 10 different states are here today, and 10 different institutions, from Kano to Bauchi, to Imo, to Anambra, to Oyo, to Plateau. So from all over Nigeria, and we'll be seeing them coming forward with their pitches, the energy innovation pitches from our tertiary student teams. And they've also been accompanied, interestingly, by faculty members from their tertiary institutions. So a big round of applause for all the faculty members who have accompanied their student teams to today's speech. And we've also insisted that the top 15 teams should be represented by at least a woman and a man from the student team. So you'll be seeing them come up. Can we get ready with the pitches? If our audience, our judges can come and take the front seat, please. Can I call Frances from Olon? Please, a round of applause for Frances. A round of applause for Frances. Please take the judge's seat. I'll call then next Ibiene Okeleke, the MD of the Energy Training Center. A round of applause for Ibiene, please. Then to Engineer Olafemi Olaniyan, the CEO of Collagen and NEF Stakeholder Manager. Please join the judges' seats, sir, right here in the middle. And finally, we've got Mobolaji from Sun King, who is also joining our independent expert panel. So a round of applause for Mobolaji. A round of applause for Mobolaji. Please join the panel. So we've got 2 men and 2 women on the panel tonight for round 3 of the competition. So we've got gender balance. I'll go through the running order. So we start from entry number 1. Okay. And by the way, 2 out of the teams will be joining us virtually. So they will be dialing in as a team as well. Entry number 24, we'll just take it in sequential order based on availability. Entry number 25, entry number 29, entry number 34, entry number 40, entry number 5, entry number 6, entry number 7, and entry number 9. Are we ready? Can we get the first teams to come on stage? Entry number 1, entry number 25, entry number 24. Number 1, 24. Okay, entry number 24, 2 minutes. Let me set the timer. Okay, they are joining us virtually. Can you hear us okay?
Yes, we can.
Hello?
We can hear you. We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Hello.
Hello.
Now. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hello, can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Yes, we can see you, but we can't hear you.
Hello. Good evening.
Welcome to Lagos.
I hear you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So the
Good evening.
society today is deemed to survive. And survival is a function of food that you and I cannot deny our body of. And we will all agree that food passes through a process we call cooking. And we can also say that cooking, and we can also say that cooking is can be carried out through various means, which are through gas, through charcoal. But one of these means has been with us from time immemorial, and that is the and that is the charcoal. And we could also agree that um, oh my oh, excuse me there. So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So, the society is deemed to survive, and survival is a function of food that you and I cannot deny our human body of. And we could also agree that food passes through a process of what we call cooking. And we can also say that cooking can be carried out through various means, which is through charcoal and through gas. And I put it to you today that 75.9% of the USA production is done through charcoal. And that's why we come up with this initiative to produce a charcoal that is less hazardous, less expensive, and more conservative. And we are Captain City from Landmark University, and we bring to you organic charcoal. So we've put together various research, to make this project come out in a way that contributes to the entire climate system, in which is less hazardous, as I earlier said, and more conservative. And also, we've also considered varieties of agricultural waste, as Nigeria is also faced with the problem of disposing this agricultural waste. That's where we, Captain City, step into the chain to maximize or utilize this waste in order to produce organic charcoal. And the various agricultural waste we've utilized to produce this organic charcoal are rice husk and coconut shell. There are other varieties of options, but these are the two that we've considered most suitable and best for our product. And also, one might want to ask, in comparison, like, what's the difference between the wood charcoal and then this organic charcoal? So we've compared these two products in terms of cost and usage. So in terms of cost and usage, one spends a total amount of 3,500 naira for production per unit for the wood charcoal. Why? That includes production, transportation, and labor costs. But for the organic charcoal, one spends a total amount of 2,100, including production, labor, and transportation costs. As we can see, with organic charcoal, we're set to reduce costs drastically. And also in terms of usage, we see that in terms of its burning rate, organic charcoal is more conserved and preserved as compared to the wood charcoal. And then we've also considered that with your collaboration and your
thank you very
support,
much. 2 minutes.
we've classified our
Organic
growth as
charcoal.
growth to market, which
One
is broken down.
question from the panel of judges. Francis? Yes, just one question. Can you hear us okay?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Question. Here you go.
Thank you so much for your pitch. My question is, and I think you were leaning towards closing your pitch with the answer to my question, so I'll give you the opportunity.
Okay.
You spent a lot of time explaining the outcome of your product, but can you give us some insight on what makes the processing unique compared to other cooking alternatives?
Okay, so I would like to give just a little story before I tell you what makes this product unique. So while I was a child, I would always play with the gas, not until one day the gas burnt me. So what makes this product unique is that it's less hazardous. Do you understand? And we've designed this product to be luxury, to be suitable for not just the middle class earners, but also as we call them, the high class people in the society. So it's not just for urban areas. And what makes our product unique also, that's number two, is that as you see in our intro slides, we found the hidden treasure in trash. Now, the trash there is not exactly your waste. It's actually the agriculture. It's not exactly what you find in dustbins, the agricultural waste. So that's what makes our products unique. We found the hidden treasure in trash. I hope I've been able to answer your question.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Can we put our hands together for entry number 24? Is that?
All right, sorry, if I can have your attention. We have sent a prototype to you over there. I don't know if you have seen it or if it's presented to you in your front, so that you can see the product as it is and how we processed it and all. And we are open to order further revenue and research towards it.
Scores, local content, originality and creativity, commercial viability, teamship and clarity. Scale of 0 to 10 criteria, 0 being great. Thank you, our judges. Now, can we go to entry 1, E1? Virtual? E1. Come up stage. E1. A round of applause for them. A round of applause for E1. Come up here. E1. Your 2 minutes.
We have the slides. Slides. Good evening, everyone. My name is Maria. That is someone who watching.
Continue start. It's not working. No, no. I didn't
Talk
know.
about solar power irrigation system.
No, it's not. It's not.
So the current irrigation system heavily relies on fossil fuels or green electricity, which contribute to the greenhouse gas emissions and escalating energy costs. Additionally, many farmers in remote areas lack access to reliable electricity sources altogether. These challenges generally hinder productivity and exacerbate food insecurity. Talking about a solution. Next slide. Okay. Solar powered irrigation systems offer sustainable and cost-effective solutions to these challenges. By harnessing the power of the sun, we can provide farmers with clean and renewable source for their irrigation needs. My partner will take it. Thank you very much. So here we're going to show you how it works. As you can see in this picture here, we have the solar power irrigation systems. Okay, the solar power irrigation systems which consists of the photovoltaic cells. This is what you have here. So what this does is that it actually converts our sunlight into electricity. Then the electricity is also used to power our water pumps. As you can see, this is a water source here drawing down to the water tank. So what this pump does is that as soon as it draws water from the well or any water bodies, it's actually what distributes it effectively to the farm using our drip irrigation system. So can we have the next slide, please? Okay, so when we talk about the benefits include energy independence, cost savings, and it's actually environmental sustainable. In the sense that our farmers will have to depend on fossil fuels and electricity. As you can see, the nation is actually going through like increase in fuel prices, increase in fuel prices and other things among electricity tariffs. So with this innovation, we believe we can actually propose a working solution that our agricultural farmers can actually make use. And together, we're optimistic of a promising and rewarding future for agriculture. Thank you very much.
A round of applause for Yvonne. Thank you very much. No, stay there, stay there. You get one question from the panel of judges. One question, and then you have 30 seconds to respond. One question. Any takers?
All right.
Yes, please.
Okay, so yeah, there was no costing, but what exactly is new in what you have done? This is the methodology of delivery different?
Yes.
Or is there any new dynamics to what you are positioning?
Yes, sir.
Irrigation farming is.
Yes. What we're actually offering is an eco-friendly and remote solar systems. It's actually eco-friendly and it's remote, whereby farmers can actually take it to the water source and then get water there. And it's not like the normal static solar system that you have on your farm.
liquidity security reasons. So this is something you can just like push down to your farm system, draw your water to your water tank, then transport down to your farm for irrigation purpose. Yeah. Any other question?
One question.
As the principal sponsor, I'm sorry, sir.
Okay. We make an exception. Okay.
I want to give every founder an opportunity to further explain themselves if needful. So my question is, have you done any feasibility studies along the lines of understanding and profiling your target audience? You mentioned specifically smallholder farmers.
Yes, sir. We actually did that in our state where we're coming from Bauchi State. So we had to like meet with the farmers and give them what are the like usual method of irrigation, which includes fossil fuels and grid electricity. So we took the innovation to them that this is something cost effective, something more efficient, and they received it with open arms.
You showed them the innovation, but
Yes,
did
we
they
took
run,
yes,
did you run a pilot?
yes, we took a prototype to them, to the farm, and then we tested it and it worked.
For how long?
For 2 months.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
All right,
very
thank you
much.
very much.
A
Enjoy the
round
rest
of
of the day.
applause for E1. A round of applause for E1. Thank you very much. That's the team from
Bauchi
Bauchi
State.
Bauchi State. A round of applause for E1. Thank you very much. So we go to the next one. Let's just give our judges a few seconds to judge. And then E25 should get ready. E25. Are you virtual or in-house? E25. They are in-house. A round of applause for E25 as they come forward, please. E25.
Good evening, all. I would like to apologize because my other team members were unable to make it, so I'm the only one here. Thank you. Please, the slide.
Okay,
It's cold. Let it cold. No.
let it code.
Yes.
E25, your time. Start. This is not a slide. E25, let it code. Let it code. The 2 minutes starts now.
Northern Nigeria has the largest dry season in Nigeria yearly, with the hottest temperature ranging between 42.5 degrees Celsius to 45.5 degrees Celsius. Due to this, there is an urgent need for a cooling system for preservation, storage, and human comfort. I am by name Zainab Abdulwahid, the team lead of Let It Cool. Next slide, please. Agriculture is at the center of Nigeria's economy, thereby providing the main source of livelihood for its population. Smallholder farmers account to 80% of the country's agricultural output, and Nigeria loses 80 million tons of food annually, which is equivalent to 9% of the country's GDP. In Kano State, we have more than 20,000 locally made cold rooms, most of which uses conventional refrigerators. And not only do they have high running costs due to unstable electricity, and they also consume much energy and also contribute to the greenhouse gas emission. Our solution is providing a solar-powered refrigeration system to farmers and to traders. And deployment of our solution could actually help reduce post-harvest loss in perishable goods by 30%. The next slide, please. So this is our prototype. We've been working on it, and it's a 600 liters capacity. It uses a DC compressor and R600 refrigerant. Next slide, please. Yeah, on our value proposition, it is affordable with cost, and it is also reliable. It is eco-friendly such that emits zero greenhouse gas to the ozone. And also we have two forms of model, the pay-as-you-go model and the pay-as-you-store. The pay-as-you-go is the instrumental payments where you can pay either in 6 months or 1 year. So the pay-as-you-store is actually the system whereby you store your product and then you just pay according to the time and the number or the quantity of the product. And this is very good, especially for those at the bottom of the pyramid who lack access to sustainable cooling and affordable energy. Also, the system can
A round of applause, a round of applause. So You get the one question from the panel and 30 seconds to respond. So I believe you've got 30 seconds response time. So if it's more than two questions, or if it's more than one question, if you can take it within 30 seconds, that's fine. So it means you have more time to still take more questions. So who is taking the first question? Okay, yes, please.
Thank you so much for your pitch. Let it cold. I think by extension from the beginning segments of this meeting, we heard several of the experts talk about lots of funding, but not enough businesses that are bankable. So I'm very particular about questions as it pertains to not necessarily how it works, but whether it can work as it pertains to the customers you have in line sight. So my question is going to be around that. What's the cost per unit for a Let It Code device or product? Do you have a range of sizes? And is there a difference in product as it pertains to the type of produce you're looking to refrigerate?
Okay, so for now, the prototype we made is 600 liters, the capacity, and it's cost 900,000. That of 1,200 liters actually cost 1.8 million naira. Yeah, so that's the price for it. So it has the solar panel, the the battery, the charging, and everything.
And I guess that's also why you have several modes of payment. So you have the installment.
Yes, we have the pay as you go and then pay as you store, because of the fact that we might think the price is a bit high. So those are the those in the rural areas could actually bring their products and then store. For instance, if they are having like a bag of water, so they can store one bag of water for 15 naira. And you can imagine buying a bag of water for 115 naira. You store it at the rate of 15 naira, which is 200, and now you're selling it 300 naira. So you're actually making your own profit from it too.
I don't want to hog the mic, but in how many installments?
Ma?
How many installments does the consumer have?
6 months, 1 year. Yes.
Okay, so I have several questions for you after the panel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. I think we've probably gone
I have
beyond 30
question.
seconds.
I have question.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah. We've
Ah.
gone past 30 seconds.
No.
Oh.
What's the operating temperature range for the product?
The operating temperature is within 300 to 400. Sir?
Celsius.
Yes, sir. You said? What?
I said the operating temperature range of the refrigerator. How cold?
It's very cold, such that in 1 hour you could actually.
And what's the temperature?
About
Remember your chemistry now, or physics. Don't worry.
Okay, thank you very much. A round of applause for E25. Let it cold. A round of applause for them again, please. And Let It Cold is from, is that Kano? Let It Cold is from Kano. A round of applause for E25. Let It Cold from Kano. I can see the competition is getting more and more interesting. Let's give the judges a few seconds. And by all means, I think the conversations can continue after the pitches, right? So once you finish the pitches, oh yeah. I know. So let's go. Let's give the judges a few seconds to grade that. And then we go to E29. 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 Just approach the stage, come settle, get ready while we are judging E25. Can we have the slides for E29? E29. E29 or AI energy management systems from UTIC. That's Nnamdi Azikiwe University. Brilliant. So E29, your 2 minutes starts now.
Good evening, everyone. Our solution seeks to present the smart energy management system. Slide, please. In most Nigerian offices and classrooms, we notice that luminaries and cooling systems are normally powered on without anyone occupying the spaces, and this leads to energy mismanagement. Our solution seeks to introduce intelligence to the power supply units. This will help in efficient and optimum utilization of energy supply to buildings, so as to curb energy mismanagement in connected lightning points, thereby saving billions of naira. The special features of this system is the machine learning algorithm that is used to predict trends, patterns, and anomaly, and also the features where it has to do wireless updates via emails. Next slide. Ladies and gentlemen, it will interest you to note that a single unit of this innovative system costs about $40, which is about 30,000 naira. And then because of the locally available materials used, okay, it could show up mass production to as low as $25, which is less than 20,000 naira. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you this comprehensive energy management that helps to optimize energy consumption in buildings using artificial intelligence. Thank you.
A round of applause for E29, AI Energy Management Systems from UNICEF. Questions from the audience?
Thank you for your pitch. To be honest, I can't really say I understand what your product does. First, what does centralized closed loop architecture mean? Exactly. I think that could have been the best way to describe, because you have to remember that as you're pitching, not everyone is familiar with the lingo or the technicality of what it is you built. Then my next question is, if you were given the primary prize of, I believe, 1 million naira, what are the first 3 operational steps you'll take to build and launch this product?
First of all, we are going to look at the select location where the system is going to be deployed. We are going to be looking at the low energy node that is primarily associated with those buildings. And then it's going to help us make informed decisions with the algorithms to introduce to the PowerPoint, to the system. And so it will also help us to make informed decisions for the intelligent connection of our PowerPoints and lightning points.
Thank you, well done. That's a good question. Is it working anyway?
Yes, we've deployed the prototype at Nigerian University.
Well done.
That's for 2 years now in our laboratory. And it has helped us to, from our analysis, it has helped us to save at least 45% of the energy losses. Thank you.
Yeah, no, the questions that George just said, I think it's important to make it so tangible. Pilot done in your school, when you responded to the second question was like, having that you have to check. You need to make it more simple to understand. So I struggling to file.
We are simply trying to incorporate intelligence to power supply units and lightning points to be able to curb losses and mismanagement with respect to the energy supply in those systems
If I
using machine learning.
If I understand, you are selling an application, or is it a tool that is connected to the grid, and thereby you're running it through your DPs?
Exactly.
And so it's controlling the DPs inside the buildings and switching on and off lights and systems.
Yes, that's an automated control, sir.
Automated. So are you using photovoltaic cells to see when people are coming in and leaving the building? Sensors.
Exactly.
All right. Do you have any picture of this? Can we see it? I mean, you said you deployed it in your school. So how come we don't have a picture of what deployed in your own school?
Okay, so those are very good feedbacks from the judges. The whole essence of the pitch is to get good feedbacks, and also answer some of the questions and take some of the questions away to build $1 million business as well. So a round of applause for P29 and to our judges for the fantastic inputs and feedbacks. Thank you very much. Please celebrate P29 and a round of applause for them. They've done an excellent job, pitching to the whole of Nigeria, all the way from UNISIC. Thank you very much. So we'll give the judges a few seconds to score. While we are doing that, P34 access.en from the University of Lagos can approach the stage and set up. Access.en P34. If the judges are ready, P34, your 2 minutes starts. Are we ready? Are we ready? P34, are we ready? P34, the time starts now.
Good day, everyone. My name is Israel from the University of Lagos. So the problem we have today is we are rapidly decarbonizing and we have a lot of projects, renewables and everything. And in a study by Eugene et al. In 2017, 60% of renewable energy projects fail at the design stage, early deployment stage. Now, this is due to a number of factors like complicated data management pipelines, poor collaboration, and all of these things affect optimal site planning and long-term planning, project development, long-term and long permit durations and everything. So we want to, number one, be able to limit the number of projects that we bring, to the surface through my mapping solution. So number one, we want to stop projects that fail at design stage. And that means bringing all collaborators together. This platform, you can import and share maps and data, run analytics and case studies, discuss, meet and collaborate. Next slide. Our key stakeholders, energy investors, local communities, development regulators. Now, all of these people have interests. For example, I might be concerned with the purchasing power of the people in a given area. Now, the colors reflects that purchasing power. That's my end. Now, another person, next slide, another person might be concerned with solar potential. Another person might be concerned with how many power producing facilities do we have already. Another person might be concerned with what's the closeness to the grid, what's the closeness to schools, what's the closeness to banks. And we want to be able to bring all of these players together so that all of them can mark out where the areas they feel they can deploy their projects and then they can collaborate. We don't want to stop projects that fail. And we know that when all of these players can collaborate and talk, only the projects that are the best, will come up. And then we're looking at the future. We're looking at the future. We don't want we don't want to make the mistakes that we made with fossil fuel, like in our town planning. And because we're able to manage projects, we're able to manage projects across different players in sectors, we'll be able to, bring about a roadmap that will take us to where we should be in the renewable energy future. Thank you.
Thank you very much. P34 access.en from the University of Lagos. Judges, any questions, comments, or feedbacks?
Thank you for your pitch, and you look sharp. I like your outfit. My question is, um, as part of the All On Hub, we work day in and day out with several businesses and entities within the space. And one of the things that my colleagues know me to say is, aside from whether a business works and if it's bankable, investable, and scalable, I always look to understand the founders and their why. So my question to you is, I have a vague understanding from what you've mentioned that your product does, but why is this problem particularly important for you to solve, or you and your team to solve?
Yes, so you know that, for example, the project, one of the speakers talked about um permitting issue, like having to go through a lot of steps, like requests and everything before a project comes online. And so, like, this solution wants to like bring different players in the sector, different all speakers we had today, something, every one of them. Like they're on the same platform with government, they're on the same platform with local communities, and they want to collaborate and see what works best and plan for the future. So you bring your own concerns with your map. You see that, okay, this is your concern. In this area, the conflict data shows that this place is more likely to, is more likely to bring conflicts and everything. This area, this shows that we have higher purchasing power. Like when everybody brings their own concerns, it helps us to achieve something that we have never achieved before, whereby projects fail or projects take too long to deploy, projects fail in their first 6 months or something. So we're able to create a roadmap that takes us to the future.
Okay, but why is the problem important for you to solve? And what's the gain for your entity? Are the vendors paying you a service fee to solve this?
Yes, so basically to be on platform, to be on not all the tools on platform are free. It's just the development of the application that will allow you to share your maps and collaborate. So this problem is important. This problem is important for me and my team because we don't want what happened with fossil fuels to happen with renewables. We want a solution that has the interest of all players at heart. We don't want people to have to spend too long on going directly to the places and everything. Just bring where you think you can deploy your solutions, and then just start working with all of the stakeholders on the same platform instead of having to call, move there, and everything.
Okay, so you're essentially making it easier for vendors to do business and making the marketplace more playable. Excellent. Sorry, I don't want to ask any more questions, but I do want to give you a tip. And maybe you can see me after. You should consider connecting or possibly collaborating with an entity called My Solar Bid. They're also an entity in our pipeline that's doing something along the lines of what you're doing.
Great. Thank you very much for the feedback and the questions. I think.
Sorry, I have a question for the gentleman. Is this operational?
It's operational. All you need to do is bring your data, bring your concerns, bring your maps, bring where you want to.
What
you
I
want to
mean
deploy
by
your solution.
operational is the site.
The
site up.
We are still at
The developmental stage.
Okay, thank you very much. A round of applause for P34 Access.en from the University of Lagos. Thank you very much. Please, a round of applause. P40. E40, can you approach the stage? Get up the slide. So E40, Grace Renewables. E40, Grace Renewables. Can we get E40 Grace Renewables? Grace Renewable. Can we get up the slides? The judges, let's give the judges a few seconds.
So
Grace Renewables.
yes, before I start, I'd like to pay some credits, most especially to Mr. Adebayo Adegoki. He's the main reason why I'm here because I actually missed my flight yesterday, so I had to reschedule to be here today. So
the 2 minutes starts now.
All right. It is true that Nigeria is the most populous country in Africa. Yes, but what is most baffling is that it has the highest population of people without access to sustainable cooking energy. Yes, over 70% of Nigeria's population still make use of firewood as the only reliable, available, and affordable means of cooking. And this poses a lot of health stress to the user. And as a result, over 70,000 people die on a yearly basis in Nigeria from the use of toxic cooking systems. And these are mostly women and children. Now, the question is, why must our mothers, sisters, wives, and daughters risk their lives just to make us eat and to earn a living? Grace Race Renewable Energy built a passionate team behind this project to help combat this energy crisis and to also reduce these numbers over the next 5 to 10 years. How? With our biogas system. Our biogas system is produced via anaerobic digestion of organic waste, mainly human waste, animal waste, and various other renewable waste. And so the gas is produced, upgraded, cleaned, and purified, and can be compressed into gas cylinders. This system can be replicated even in the rural settlements. And how do we intend to achieve this? Globally, the market is growing at a 4.3% rate, and it's expected to cap over $82 billion in the next 10 years. Okay, Nigeria can join this moving train by investing in us, because currently there is no set rules that is guiding biogas production in the country. So I believe that with this system, we can help our mothers, wives, and sisters produce biogas efficiently at the comfort of their homes.
Thank you very much. A round of applause for Great Race Renewables Unijust. Questions from the judges. Great Race Renewables, biogas, anaerobic digestion, pitch.
Thank you for your pitch. You sound well informed, and you showed a good grasp on how to break down what it is you've built with your team. My question is along the lines of target audience or target addressable market. You mentioned women and children. Where, along what age range? Is there a specific community that you're looking to start with? And then my other question is the actual device. Have you done a prototype, an MVP, or is this something you'd need to build with the funding?
Yes, please. Can you, slides, please? Can you display the prototype? Yes, can you please? No, not this one, the prototype. Okay, before the prototype comes up, let me answer your question. Okay, so initially we have targeted customers to be bakeries, eateries, and restaurants and bars, and most importantly, student hostels. Back from where I come from, University of Jos, students have to trek a lot of distance in order to access cooking energy. So that has become a problem. So this is basically our targeted customers. And if you come to my place, you find out that there are a lot of women selling or frying akara by the roadside. So they heard about our biogas system, and there was this particular woman that was very pleased about the product, and she encouraged us to come for this meeting. And she is very much ready to actually patronize us as soon as the product starts. So that is our basic target market. And
can we have the prototype again?
So while the prototype is coming up, you mentioned, schools, eateries. So it's quite a wide range of potential addressable market.
Yes.
So if that's the case, are you considering different price points, different modes of payment, installments, capacity, sizing?
Yes, actually, I made a little bit of research to see the pricing list of gases in Nigeria. And I realized that for biogas specifically, there is no set down rules for us to set a particular price. So it clearly means that it's a free pricing. We can decide to set whatever price and then sell it. So currently, what we decided to do is that in our first launch, we will run a promo sale, and we actually did a survey we did a survey, we moved around the city to bakeries, eateries, and they were willing to patronize the product even at 1,000 naira per kg of our biogas. So when we did that, we were encouraged with that, but that doesn't mean we will stay at 1,000 naira, because what we are after is sustainability, sustainable cooking system for the country. And our mission and vision actually aligns with that, because we are hoping to accelerate sustainability of our country and to also alleviate the pains that comes with toxic cooking systems.
I
Yes.
think there's some interesting discussion going on in the panel. So let's give you some feedback,
Please,
comments.
I've not seen the prototype, sir.
Feedbacks or comments from the panel. The panel
Okay.
have the pictures. Feedback from the panel.
Okay, yes, exactly. I wanted him to actually show the working prototype. I said to
Don't
him,
worry, we want to give
Let's
the
give-
feedback.
get the feedback from the judges.
You know, was asking about your pricing points. It really caught my attention when you said it was open market. There are ways you can actually calculate how much it will cost. How much does it cost you to get the manure? How long does it take you to cure it, to produce what you're looking at? What's the labor that you have invested in it? Then you look at the cost of the items that you actually want to deploy it into. With that, you can then use that to get an average and then benchmark yourself against where and the market that you want to go and sell it against. So you need to have some level of competitive
actually,
advantage.
sir, regarding that situation, we're actually building a business plan in that pricing range at an entrepreneurship center in Bauchi State, Uplift Entrepreneurship Center. The general manager is actually the one helping us to actually do the price.
So,
And I think have the DNA.
You know, it's that's
Yes, sir.
because we talk about is students, carousel.
Yes,
Their carousel is active already. So they would always compare your price to the current price. So it may be a good product, but it's not affordable to have. It's not right to access it. So, and because we have several people, they have different kinds of products for them to do their skills.
Great. Any final feedback for Grace Race? Available?
Grace, sorry, correct me. Did I hear you say you are going to compress the gas?
Yes, sir.
To what pressure?
Okay, it is based on the compressor.
To what pressure?
200 bars, sir.
200 bars.
Yes, sir.
Have you checked the cost of a plant to do that?
Well, it depends. If you're using locally sourced materials.
No. Answer the question.
Yes, sir.
Have you checked the cost of the plant to compress gas to 200 psi?
Yes, sir.
What's the cost?
So it is actually high.
No, what's the cost?
It is depending on the plant size. But if we are doing a high plant compressor, it will reach
profit because it's profit.
Okay,
covering all the bases. If you don't know the costs, you can Google it and find out. I'm telling you this because if you're doing a cost-dependent project, compression is an additional cost. I would rather say if you run a pipe work to your customers, maybe it's like a community, your cost will come in lower than the LPG and all these things that have been sold.
Thank you very much. So those are feedbacks. A round of applause. Take the feedbacks. That's why we are here. It's not just, everybody is a winner as far as we are concerned. So taking the feedbacks to improve on your business idea is also a key part of why we are here. So please, a round of applause for Grace Race Renewables from the University of Jos. So let's give the judges a few seconds to grade Grace Race Renewables. And then we take entry number 5 from ATBU, Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University in Bauchi. Windstream is the project topic. Windstream from ATBU P5. Windstream, can we get the slides? Windstream, your time. Is that your slides? Windstream. The time. Do we have the correct slide? Oh, I think that's the best you can probably get. Windstream. Can you zoom in a bit? Okay, so Windstream, your 2 minutes starts now.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Iberi, and I will be pitching on behalf of my team, the Windstream Energy. Our, our, our project title is The Prospect of Wind and Solar as a Hybrid Renewable Energy Source for Rural Communities. Most energy policies were developed using a centralized system, thereby neglecting users outside the central grid service areas. For socioeconomic growth and to improve the standard of living for those living in rural areas, access to affordable and dependable energy is essential. Unfortunately, in Nigeria, most rural communities are cut off from the national grid, thereby resulting to severe struggle and leading to energy poverty. The Windstream design profiles creative solution to energy poverty in Nigeria. Our concept is to design from the first principle a hybrid wind solar power system with the possibility of a low voltage short distribution network for communities with huge wind and solar potentials in Nigeria. This graph here shows it's a graph of power against time, and here this is our daily load profile. Please up. Go up a bit. So our technical design, we try to ensure the stability of the renewable resources in a particular community, and then we also try to see the abundance of it, like what we've done in Pakeshin village in Plateau State, Nigeria. We collected data indicating an average wind speed of 12 meters per second and solar radiation of 4.0 kilowatt-hour meter square per day. Now, our delivery plan is to evaluate the feasibility of the wind solar energy system. We deployed a two-core Homer, which is
it is a hybrid optimization model for electric renewables, a software that we use for our simulation.
okay. This step here shows our cost benefit analysis. Here, where we have our 6-step architecture, we carry out 3 configurations. We have the SPV plus wind plus inverter plus battery, and then the SPV, the generator plus inverter plus battery, and then the SPV.
Round of applause for Windstream. So let's go to the judges. Questions, comments, feedbacks from the judges for Windstream. Questions, comments, feedbacks for Windstream. Wind solar hybrid. Yes.
I'm sorry. Is like a wind turbine, or what exactly is it? Are you combined with an inverter, solar system? What exactly are you designing?
So actually, our design is to have a renewable system that's hybridizes who combines both solar and wind system as one, so that the power river communities are access to affordable energies.
Do you have a prototype? Do you have something we can see? Have you deployed it?
We have carried out analysis and simulations, but we don't have a live prototype for now because of the cost attached to the one.
So you're not certain that this concept is deployable?
We are certain based on our analysis and feedback.
Have you designed a wind turbine before? Do you know what it takes to make a wind turbine in terms of the rotors, the wingspan? What span of blades do you need to be able to capture the kind of wind that you're looking at, to turn the turbines at the speed that you're looking? Do you know what it will take to then generate the kind of energy that you're looking at in terms of designing a wind turbine? Have you done that?
Yes, we have carried out research, and our findings, we know that a wind turbine needs a height of over 20 meters. Yes, to operate effectively. And then for the wind speed has to be more than 4 meters per second square for the wind turbine to produce enough and generate enough energy, the power of a particular wind.
More feedback from the judges.
You know, what you've explained or described is a concept.
Yeah.
Yes. So most times, for most things, when you put a concept, when you put it into practice, you won't realize that the wind directly, even in one locality, on a beach, let me use an example, one side, we have higher, and that's why you hear people do more about solar because I've tested and tried. So it may look okay. So we've talked about the height, the dimensions, but it's still at the concept stage, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I also love to state we're actually combining wind and solar. So in a community, we try to assess, we do an investigation. If there is no abundance of wind, we use solar as a replacement.
Okay.
So just as a tip, and I think this tip is not just for you all. I think some of the other teams can find it useful. It's one thing to pitch an academic report, and it's another thing to pitch something that you can actually build if you were to receive financing. So consider that it doesn't necessarily mean that once you've built a business and let's say you started off with solar lanterns. It doesn't mean like 5 years down the line or 3 to 4 years down the line, you can't diversify your offerings. But it's also really important that when you participate in competitions like this, let it be something you can actually build, even if you had to bootstrap it on your own, right? And research is great. I love that you all did a feasibility test, excellent. But again, can you build this if you were to receive financing right now?
We can. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, one last thing.
Great.
I just couldn't help it. Are you using batteries?
Yes, as
Are you using batteries?
Yes.
SPV.
I think I saw one amount of 2 point something million there. Am I right? In your costing?
Yeah, there are costs.
I saw one 2 point something million, Abby.
Yes.
Okay. How much is the windmill?
So,
You said 20 meters windmill. You know how high 20 meters is?
yes.
What are you going to use to get to 20 meters? Okay, so this is all I want to say. Like the boss said, it's a good concept. Honestly, I buy into it 100%. However, you still need to do more investigative work to be able to know if that concept is viable commercially.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you, sir. Actually, that
Okay, thank you.
It's not the actual points. It's just
The
quite
feedback is well received.
people.
Thank you very much. Thank you to Windstream. We go to the next. The next on the list is entry number 6. Entry number 6, the briquettes from University of Jos. A round of applause for entry number 6. The briquettes. Can we have the slides for entry number 6? The briquettes, your time
My name is
starts.
Emilio Butler from the University of Jos. Our idea is to be socialized independent, like providing sustainable independent using biomass briquettes. We don't want our parents to use firewood because this is as a result of deforestation and also climate effect. We have a sample of our prototype. What we did was that we brought sawdust, sawdust from manufacturing company. We compressed it and dried it. And to our greatest surprise, the burning power is higher than that of firewood. The reason because of firewood is because it causes health hazards. Health hazards such as asthma to our parents and also 70%, that is about 180 million Nigerians depends on firewood. But using this is more cleaner and has low impact that is causing damage to our impact. Also, we have our also want to create awareness, right? Also, we want to create awareness by, getting sustainable biomass retail. And by my back, there's a lot of solutions to it. So with this, we believe that we create a positive impact. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Is the pitch finished? That's the end of the pitch. A round of applause for the briquettes from University of Jos. So questions, feedbacks, and comments from the judges, please.
This time around, I think I will start first. You are a talented salesman, so you should know that. But no, I've already told him I cannot take bribe. But in reality, something is bothering me. And it's that a lot of people are going after sawdust for briquettes. Now, sawdust still comes from trees, which you cut. Yes, you can repurpose it for briquettes. But there are many other materials that are byproducts of agricultural waste, which can be used for briquettes. So they can be substituted for wood-based briquettes. Thank you.
I think so. There are a lot of briquettes out there. Yes. What makes the product unique, architect, and different? So now, in regards to our sawdust, we also attach switchgrass. Switchgrass is an energy grass. So when combined with this sawdust, it has high potential of burning faster and has low emission of CO2. Switchgrass is an energy grade. Yes.
So a round of applause for the briquettes from the University of Jos. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Very well done. Thank you. Can we then go to entry number 7? One Grid Energies from the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. One Grid Energies from the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, and that leaves us with just one more to go, I believe.
Good evening, everyone.
So One Grid Energy.
My teammates will be sharing this slide.
Your time starts now.
How do you feel when you find yourself in a dark room? Depressed, afraid, or isolated? This is what 92 million Nigerians face when the sun goes down. Because these people live below $2 per day, they resort to cheap alternatives like kerosene lamps and candles. Unfortunately, the fumes from these alternatives are carcinogenic and can affect their hearts and their lungs, leading to cancer. Hence, we need a solution that is not just eco-friendly, but also affordable. Now, this is where we come in. We have a fast-charging rechargeable lantern from electric waste and plastic bottles. See this as killing multiple birds with one stone, where we are eliminating plastic pollution, reducing the 92 million Nigerians that don't have access to electricity, and also reducing the use of kerosene lamps and candles. Our business model allows rural dwellers to pay 250 naira or 35 bottles, plastic bottles, to buy a rechargeable lantern. And then afterwards, they can go to our charging stations to charge these lanterns at 15 naira per charge. As at April this year, we deployed our first solar charging station in Eziobodo, Owerri, and so far we have made 400,000 naira from it. Our team has strong background across product development, business development, and marketing, with over 2 years combined, 2 decades experience combined. We also have deep understanding of renewable energy markets, and we also have entrepreneurial mentorship across Live Africa, Hubs Prize, and Millennium Fellowship. We don't have to create more problems when solving already existing ones. Invest in One Grid Energies today so that we can join hands in ending energy poverty and improving quality of life while eliminating plastic waste pollution. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was just right on 2 minutes. Thank you to One Green Energies from the University of Nigeria. So, a round of applause for them. Questions, feedbacks, and comments from the panel of judges.
Thank you for your pitch. Very well done. I think that was a great demonstration of how to prove viability and go straight to the point. I have a few questions. One of them being, in Owerri, how many devices did you deploy? And how long have you been in business? And then my last question is, if you were to receive the 1 million naira, what are the first 3 operational steps your team would take?
So far, we have been able to deploy about 50 waste plastic bottles to those people in their communities. But currently, we have 1 solar charging station and recycling station at Eziobodo. And this was the next question.
How long have you been in business?
It's okay.
And then the last question is, with the 1 million naira, what would be the first 3 operational steps you'd take?
Okay, we started last year, February last year, but we started with selling minis, solar kits. But we noticed that we couldn't scale it to people that need it most because it's expensive. And those people are living below $2 daily. So we said, how can we go about this? How can we have them to use our product? Because we believe that they deserve a better life. So we're able to say, okay, let us have them use our lantern and build a charging station for them to charge those lanterns instead of asking them to come and buy those rechargeable lantern and solar panel, which is very expensive. The least solar panel you can get in the market costs about 5,000 naira. Now, instead of them to pay 5,000 naira to get that solar panel, we have them to pay 15 naira to come and charge those lanterns that we are giving them at the cost of 350 naira. And then 3 things we do with the 1 million naira. The first thing is that currently we have 1 solar charging station, and to make this, to scale this, we need to deploy more of those charging stations to increase accessibility and convenience for our customers. Thank you.
Okay. Any final questions, feedbacks, and comments from the panel?
All right, yeah, so I'm going to be watching out for you guys because you're my direct competition. That's what you're trying to tell me, okay? So, yeah, I mean, they're trying to put me out of business here. All right. I don't, but I love the sales pitch. I love how you ended. I love the fact that you showed your ROI and in terms of what you had done. Along the line of your talk, I really was waiting to hear what exactly it was. I hear the product, I hear what you're doing. I don't think I fully understand the product, you know, in terms of, I hear charging stations, I hear your lanterns, I hear your lamps. Are these things that you have made from plastics?
Yes.
So what exactly is the technology behind it? That's, I mean, what exactly are you using the plastics to do in creating these rechargeable appliances or lanterns that you're now selling for 350 so that I can quickly run to my own place and see what I need to do?
Okay, thank you, sir, for the question. Actually, we use a simplified circuit. It's just a rechargeable lantern. Then we make use of waste plastic bottles at the casing instead of doing 3D modeling, which makes the product expensive. And we use salvage recycled lithium batteries from waste laptop batteries, which make the cost effective. And we have them to use our charging station. Instead of buying solar panel, we now give them those products at cheap price at 359. And now tell them, oh yeah, come and charge these products. Instead of buy a candle, they buy candle at 100 naira and they use it maximum of 8 hours. Now, instead of them to buy candles at 100 naira, we give them that our products at the cost of 315 naira. And they'll pay 15 naira to charge it. And it takes just 45 minutes to charge it to full. And it can last up to 12 hours.
Okay. So
how bright?
Sorry, I have one last question. Did you say you have supermarket sale of 400,000?
Yes, sir.
How much do you sell each one?
We didn't actually make much profit from the products.
No, when I ask question, you ask that the question. I say, how much
Yes.
did you sell each one?
We sell it at the cost price, 315 naira. We make money from
350 naira. And so how many? You said how many?
50. We make money from the solar charging station.
Okay.
We give them the
Okay.
products and have them to use
so
our charging station to charge it.
So
at
the
50
solar
naira.
charging station gives you more
Yes.
than the product.
Yeah, 15 naira per charge.
So why don't you face that business more than going up and down looking for waste materials?
Okay, so that's a feedback.
Is it not money you need?
So that's a feedback. If I think the judges are saying if the charging business is more profitable than building the product, then why not just develop the charging business?
Okay.
No, they will need. No, okay. So the question would be this.
Okay.
Sorry. The question would be this: your charging system, can it charge any other appliance?
Yes.
Other than your
lantern? Yes.
Your lantern.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, up to 20 devices.
All right.
No, the charging, the lantern is to.
So the lantern is to get
Have
the
more
business.
customers,
Okay.
like MTN.
I'm
They
sure
give
we
you
will
the SIM card
have more
for-
time to chat about this after the pitches are over. So thank you very much, One Grid Energies. A round of applause for One Grid Energies from the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. And that leads us to the final pitch from P9, Smokeless Bricks from the Federal University of Technology, Akure. A round of applause for the Smokeless Bricks team as they approach the stage, please. A round of applause for the Smokeless Bricks team. So let's just a few seconds if we need anything to get ready. Are we ready? Are the judges ready? If we are, let's this pitch begin. The time starts now.
Good day, everyone. My name is Afola Shadiajai. I'm representing the team Smokeless Bricks from the Federal University of Technology, Akure Futa. Let me ask you a question. Would you want to lose your loved ones, especially your mothers, to something you can avert? Yes. I am so sure a lot of people here would say no. But do you know that according to the National Bureau of Statistics, 67% of women in Nigeria still rely greatly on firewood and charcoal for cooking, and that has affected our forest reserve so much. The real problem now is that according to the World Health Organization, statistics from the World Health Organization, over 98,000 Nigerian women lose their lives annually due to cooking with firewood. And then firewood, and this has now become the third highest killer apart from malaria and HIV. So I know we cannot survive without food, but should we eat at the expense of other people's life? So that's why we at Smokeless Bricks, we found a solution to this. And the solution is to provide an eco-friendly smokeless stove, which an eco-friendly smokeless stove that we got it from metals waste and electronic scraps. And the amazing feature about this smokeless stove is that the heat generated is converted to around 3 watts of continuous excess power. And this power is stored in a lithium ion battery, which can be used to continuously power the house and also charge our devices. Devices such as our phone and our rechargeable lanterns via USB in real time, even when not in use. Isn't this amazing? We hope that that this exciting journey of ours starts from here. Thank you.
Wow, that was spot on 2 minutes. Thank you very much. Comments, questions, feedbacks from our panel of judges for Smokeless Bricks from the Federal University of Technology, Akure.
Smokeless bricks. I think the name downplays the multi-functional nature of the device. Did you get that? It's not just a cooker. But I want to ask you, I mean, if your technology is, proprietary, don't tell me. How do you convert heat to electricity? And if it is something that you don't want to say, you don't have to say it. The next question I'll ask is, have you patented your device? Thank you.
Okay, to convert heat to electricity, we use a sensor device or sensor component called TEG. TEG means thermoelectric generator. So what it does is that a TEG device has a cold side and a hot side. So what generates the power is the temperature difference between the hot side and the cold side. So why?
Yes.
Is it patented?
Exactly. So we're in the process of the patent currently.
Okay.
Yes,
process.
but yeah, we filed for it. Yeah. We
No,
filed for
sir,
it.
you are not allowed to do that. So comments, feedbacks.
What's the cost of production and what's the how
Cost
would you
of production.
cost of selling and how you like your payback time?
Cost of production and payback time.
Cost of production goes on to 10,000 naira and we sell for 15,000 naira. Yes, yes. We get them from scrap metals and from abandoned cylinders. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. More questions?
You,
feedbacks?
you call yourself smokeless bricks. Is this smokeless technology, or what are you using to fire it?
Okay, so the fuel we use is called briquettes. We use briquettes. You can use a range of biomass fuel like briquettes and pellets, but we recommend briquettes and pellets for this.
So the briquettes, the cost of the briquettes, are they being factored into the cost of your sale?
No, the briquettes is a different product entirely.
So are you recommending that to be part of the product?
Yeah, we are
when it's being sold?
actually partnering with briquette production companies for now until we are well established in this.
So your colleagues, so you can partner with them, collaborate. That's what this is all about.
So I see we've got some briquette producers already from other universities.
And
Maybe
then
you can build
one
some
said he
business.
has with something that fires it faster for you. Yeah, so just in case you can look at that.
Business manager, sir. Oh dear. So one final question from Francis.
Thank you for your pitch. Well done and great representation as it pertains to your team. My only question, I believe my co-panelists have already asked some of the questions I would have, but my only question for you is, aside from money, what other sort of support would your team need to scale?
Okay, so currently we're looking to, because of the audience we're trying to reach out to, people in low-income households, in peri-urban communities and rural communities, because this is where they don't have access to clean cooking fuels, and which is the problem we're trying to solve. And to do this, we recognize the fact that these women might not be able to pay for these things at once. And we're looking to partner with microfinance organizations, corporate organizations that might want to use this as part of their CSR activities, and NGOs that can help in the distribution of our product.
Great. Okay. Thank you very much.
You.
I think
I'd just like to say one last thing in passing, and I'd like to say that to everyone, and using them, came prepared for this pitch, and it's very clear. From the dressing, right, that spoke of the brand, because when you're doing a sales pitch, you must also think about the brand you want to project, right? And you must let it be clear. You must also come with the product. So they've allowed us to see it as well as give us a demo of the product. And then they stood together as a team and each person spoke, you know? And so those are things that I think everybody else should take note of whenever you're coming for presentations like this. So well done.
Great. Thank you. A round of applause for P9 Smokeless Bricks from the Federal University of Technology, Akure. Of Georges, please, can you come on stage? Can we have the checks? Can we have the checks, please? Can we have the checks? And in the third place, after a keenly contested competition, in the third place, bear in mind, this is the average of the round 1, the round 2, and round 3. The judges, please come up stage. ABNA, Frances, Engineer Lania, please come up stage, join us. And let's give Frances the honors of presenting the checks as the principal TIEC sponsor. Let's keep it secret, you know. Let's careful. Let's keep it secret. In third place, can we put our hands together for the prize winner taking away the sum of, we shouldn't mention it yet. The sum of, we can mention it, 650,000 naira will be.
Hold on, Dr. Daniel. Hold
Okay,
on, hold
okay.
On. Hold on. Okay. Is there a mistake somewhere? Is this a third prize? Wow, third prize? Wow. I think I need to go back to the university.
No, sir.
Hold on a minute. Third prize, right? Interesting.
650,000 naira goes to entry number 9. Smokeless Bricks from Federal University of Technology, Akure. A round of applause for Smokeless Bricks.
Wow.
Entry number. A round of applause for Smokeless Bricks. With a total number, I believe we'll see the figures very soon. We'll see the figures very soon after the unveiling. Entry number 9 in third place after the average of the round 1, round 2, and round 3. 650,000 naira courtesy of All Honors Principal TIEC sponsor. Can we take the photographs, please? Great. Can we have just the TIEC team and Frances, the All-On team? Yes, please hold your checks. Entry number 9, taking away 650,000 naira from the Federal University of Technology, Akure. A round of applause for Smokeless Bricks, please. Great. Up next is the second position. The second prize winner, taking away the grand sum of 850,000 naira. 850,000 naira will be entry number.
So I think I need water. I don't have somebody's leftover. I think I'm better than that. Please. No, this.
Engineer Makinde, you are the returning officer on this one,
I
sir.
need lights here.
But polling units, you are the returning officer.
Oh my. This is interesting. Yeah, I can see it.
Returning officer. We don't have much time, sir.
Okay.
The second prize of 850,000 naira goes to
Entry number E25. Let it go.
Wow!
850,000 naira.
From Bayero University, Kano.
Okay, Kano. Wow. Wow.
Wow, let's join the picture with the judges first.
Eight, 5, 0, 0, 0, 0. Dot 0, 0. And then they'll get kwata of them all. Like somebody will say. Hmm.
The grand prize of 1 million naira.
Is it Guinea?
1 million naira.
Wow.
The grand prize of 1 million naira. We can unveil it. We can unveil it. 1 million naira.
Not true.
Goes to entry number. Let's invite a woman to unveil this one, sir, shall we? Let's ask Frances to unveil this one for us. Frances, please, can you do the unveiling? Can you do the honors? Can you do the honors? The first prize goes to of 1 million naira. The first prize of 1 million naira goes to
One Grid Energy.
E7, One Grid Energy.
7.
From the University
of Jos.
No, from UNN, University
Okay,
of Nigeria, Nsukka. A round of applause for One Grid Technologies as they take the winning prize of 1 million naira from the student contest. Great. So let's have all the three winners stand by with all the judges for the big picture, and then we give a 30-second shot to all on just to give us a closing remarks and maybe a response from the winning team as well on behalf of all the student teams. So let's have the big picture with all the winners. First prize, second prize, and third prize. Okay. Okay, so Frances, from the sponsors, a final remark, and then we take a response on behalf of all the other participants from the winning team. Frances, you go first, please.
Excellent. What an eventful day into the evening. It's of great pleasure and delight that Allon has the opportunity to fund businesses even at such an early stage. I'll also say that every entity here, and even those that were part of the larger pool of 75, you're all winners. It sounds very common state, but I say that to say that it's not easy to come up or conceptualize an idea and then get to the point of being able to put in an application, gather team members, and think through what it would take to prove your concept. So everyone, well done. You're indeed winners. And I'll close by giving special, I guess, regard and remarks for those who've had the opportunity to receive funding this evening. Well done as well. Extra well done, because it also takes a bit of effort to get to the point of receiving funding, no matter how much. I'd also say that you should continue pushing. You should continue conceptualizing, or rather getting to the point of building out an actual product. fit for purpose, meaning fit for your customer, fit for the community you're trying to impact, and also fit for the terrain as we know it, being Nigeria, and all of the things we've mentioned here today as to being our challenge in the energy space. We at Allon are here to support. One of the questions I posed to a few of the businesses, or at least I think one of the entities here, is what would you do outside of receiving financing? And I think this is a critical question to think through, because yes, finance is available, but how bankable is your entity? And if you were to receive all of the financing in the world, what other support would you need to ensure that your team is operational, to ensure that your business model makes sense, and to ensure that you have the opportunity to go beyond your current product or even to diversify? So well done to everyone. Congratulations to those who've emerged winners today in cash prizes. And I look forward to seeing all of you all do amazing things in this space. Thank you.
Thank you very much. A response from the first prize team on behalf of all the students. A response from the first prize team on behalf of all the students. Careful.
Honestly, this is a life-changing opportunity for me and my startup. Thank you, Olon, for putting this out. Thank you.
Thank you. Sweet, short, and simple. And on that note, we will formally declare closed with Engineer Makinde, the Nigeria
Energy
Forum. And we see you day one. Finally end day one right now. And we see you at day 2 on Thursday, 23rd November, God willing, virtually on Zoom. We will be seeing some of these winners coming back to tell us what they've done with the funds, and we'll be engaging more on how to maximize energy transition for economic growth. Many thanks for all that stayed with us, the keynote speakers, the key speakers, the judges, the students, the delegates, the professionals, the teachers, the sponsors, the partners. We are so grateful, and we look forward to having you at the day 2 on 23rd November 2023 on Zoom. And next year, Engineer Makinde, are we still coming back to Lagos, or are we?
Interested in the Abuja people are yearning for a big chunk of the action, but let's see and wait. Some of them are saying they are more over there. So probably there's going to be a contest between Lagos and Abuja so that we know where we are going next year, God willing.
God willing, we'll see you at the NEF 2023 Day 2 in November virtually. Till then, God bless you. God keep you. Thank you very much for staying with us, and we wish you every good success. Can we just have everyone come forward for the final photo shoot? Everyone on the stage, the big final closing photo shoot as we round up the 2023 Nigeria Energy Forum Day 1. The final photo shoot. Just let's have everyone on stage.